Good morning, everybody. And it's so good to see you. I'm Dr. Talley, and welcome to the Rehab Christian Center live virtual experience. It's so good to be with you this morning, and certainly praying that you are off to a fantastic Sunday and that God is blessing you in a tremendous way. I'm grateful to be here. I hope you are as well. I think we were having a little bit of technical challenges in the beginning, but I believe they've been resolved. And so it's good to see you virtually, and thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, I've got a very powerful word for you today. And I can't wait to share this one because it's really significant to your life right now, especially with everything that's going on in life, that's going on around us. It is so critically important to be positive in everything that you do. And so I can't wait to share this very positive message with you this morning, and it's going to empower you in a special way. But before we do, you already know we've got to go through all of our channels. We've got to go through all of our networks. And we want to welcome everyone one by one to the broadcast and get you all to tune in and join us. And so let's start with Facebook. Good morning to you, Facebook. So good to see you virtually. Certainly praying that God has been blessing you and that your week is off to a fantastic one. The beginning of the week is technically, is it Sunday or Monday? I don't know if it's Sunday or Monday. But we are certainly grateful to be here this morning, and I hope that you are as well. If you're on Facebook, I want you to hit that like button, hold it down, turn it to a love. I want you to hit that share button, share this feed to your Facebook page. I need all of you to share this feed to your Facebook page. And then I want you to tag 5 people this morning. Tell them to tune in. Tell them that we are live and on the air, still in virtual format. And I'll talk a little bit about that in just a second, but still in the virtual format. And so good to be here and with you on this morning. So good morning, Facebook. Say good morning in the chat room. I am checking the chat room now and going back and forth to just say good morning to all of you. And I'm grateful to be here. Instagram, good morning to you. It is good to see you virtually. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a little bit of people on Instagram, but they will come roaring in about 10 minutes. But it's grateful. I'm grateful to see you, Instagram. So grateful to be with you on the air. Do me a favor, if you're on Instagram now, I want you to fill it up with hearts so that I know that you're there. And then also I want you to hit that @ symbol. Do what Elder Misty is doing right now. Hit that @ symbol. And I want you to tag 5 people and tell them to tune in with us this morning. This is going to be a very powerful and positive message, and can't wait to share it with you. And can't wait, honestly, just to encourage your heart this morning. So good morning to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Instagram, again, hit the heart button, fill it up, and then hit that @ symbol. I want you to tag 5 people and tell them to tune in and join us on this morning. YouTube, good morning to you. It's good to see you virtually, and certainly praying that you are having a fantastic Sunday. Those of you that are tuned in via YouTube, thank you so much for joining us on our network. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that. You can subscribe at TheREHABCC. That's at TheREHABCC. And you can actually see an archive of all of our videos. Just hit that subscribe button and you'll get reminders of when we're live, and you'll also get reminders of previously recorded videos. And so I want to challenge all of you to do that, so that you can go back to the archives and listen to all of the messages that have been provided here in this space. But good morning, YouTube. Make sure you say good morning in the chat area. And then I want you on YouTube to also share this video. Share this on your other social media sites. Share it with your family, whatever medium that you can share it on, and we will be grateful for that. Listen, I'm grateful to be here this morning. So glad to be here. I'm going to give you about another 60 seconds, if I can, for you to share this video and tag some people and tell them to tune in this morning and jump in. I'm grateful to be here. We are still in the virtual environment. I understand the mask mandate that was lifted off, but we are certainly very mindful that we're not really out of the clear right now. And so we want all of you to continue to wear your mask. The reality of the matter is many of us have had our shots and we are okay, or at least told that we're okay to go out. There are a lot of people that still have not had their shots. And frankly, we don't know the difference between who's had them and who has not. And so I want all of you to be very mindful as you go where you go, restaurants, wherever you go, whatever you do, to be very mindful. Continue to wear your mask, continue to wash your hands. It's one of the reasons why we are in this position now, because people didn't want to wash their hands and people did not want to respect personal space. And so please continue to wash your hands. Please continue to maintain proper distancing and also continue to wear your mask so that we can come out of this fully. My goal and my honest goal as you're sharing this video, make sure you're sharing this. My honest goal is that when we get back into the building, that we can be back in there full force, not have to wonder who has it, who doesn't, who's had a shot, who has not, and everybody can really freely worship in the building again whenever that time is. But I'm very mindful of our elderly saints, also very mindful of those of you with pre-existing conditions, and frankly, just mindful of the fact that everybody's not honest. And so I don't want people around you without a mask when they haven't had shots, because they don't want to wear a mask. It's not, and not only is it not honest, it's disrespectful. And so we're going to be very mindful of these things. And so we're not quite there yet, but we are having conversations about what opening up will look like. And we're preparing for those things. But in the meantime, take care of yourself. Wear your mask, keep your distance, and continue to tune in. I'm really enjoying this virtual format. And I can assure all of you that tune in virtually, that once we are face-to-face, I will not forsake those of you that enjoy this format, because I recognize that many of you have really expressed great interest in this format and a great love for this format. And so we won't forget you, but I need you to also make sure that you continue to support us as well. Listen, have you shared this video? Have you liked the video? Have you subscribed to our channels? Have you done this? Because I'm getting ready to go through the declaration, and I'm excited to do it this morning. And just can't wait to get into this word, this very powerful word that I'm going to share with you today. So let's walk through declaration. While I'm doing it, if you have not already, hit the @ symbol. I need you to tag 5 people and tell them to tune in because we're getting ready to get into the word and the declaration and the word, and it's going to be a powerful time. All right, let's do this. Let's get into it. And I'm so excited. Again, as I say to you every single week, when we do the declaration, I don't want you to just say the declaration any kind of way. I don't want you to just sit there and listen to me say it. I want you to literally sit there and speak these things along with us. There is not only power, the power of life and death is not only in your tongue, but how you say it matters, right? The energy behind which you say the things that you say also matters. And so I want you to walk through this declaration with me, say it with me. And I promise you, it's going to jumpstart something inside of you today as we get into this powerful message. All right, let's do it. Restore. We declare that everything that is broken, hurt, lost, or destroyed that belongs to us and has been designed by God is restored. My faith is restored. My joy is restored. My mind is restored. Even my lost time is restored. I am no longer broken. The fact that I'm alive means I have another chance. My faith has restored me, and right now, his love is making me whole. Evangelize. We declare that God helped us so we can help somebody else. He loved me when I was unlovable. He changed me when I was a mess. His love lifted me when I was down. I'm not perfect, but I'm free. And anything that came for me can't keep me. Because I'm free, my circle is next. My family is saved. My friends are blessed. My plans are successful. My goals are ahead of schedule. And anything connected to me is blessed, just like me. Hope. Say it with me. We declare that everything that is missing is not lost. In Jesus, I have hope. And this hope makes me confident. It doesn't matter what happens to me or around me. I'm going to win. My relationships are winning. My goals are winning. My family is winning. My neighbor is winning. This city will win, and my virtual row has the victory. My past is defeated, and my future is brighter today than it was yesterday. Alternatives. Say it with me. We declare that God made us different. I'm a royal child. the light of the world, and the hope of my city. I respect the past, but I don't look like what I've been through. I love the church, and my life is balanced. I love coming to church, but I like flights, boats, and vacations. My whole life is blessed. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am a lender, not a borrower. And every place I go belongs to me. Breakthrough. Say it with me. This is the last one. Let's do it. We declare that God has a breakthrough with our name on it. I have some challenges, but I am not defeated. No weapon formed against me can prosper. And I know that all things are working for my good. Things are not breaking down. They are about to break through. There is a breakthrough in my career. There is a breakthrough in my home. There is a breakthrough in my health. There is a breakthrough in my finances. I am here on purpose, for a purpose, and everything that went wrong is getting ready to turn around. Did you say that with me this morning? Could you hear the excitement in my voice? Were you excited to proclaim that this morning? Listen, if you said that with me, I want you to type in the comments right now. You know the drill. It's already done. Come on, hurry. I want you to put it in the comments right now. It's already done. I'm here to tell you that everything you just declared over the last 3-4 minutes concerning your life, it's already done. God's already moving some things in the direction that is called your future. And all you have to do is believe that it's already done. Come on, type it in the comments now. It's already done. Some of you have not invited anybody to church. I want you to hit the @ symbol, tag somebody, and tell them it's already done. Come on, do it quickly. It's already done. It's already done. God's answering prayers. God's moving by his power. He's making ways. He's opening doors like never before. And I just need you to believe that it's already done. If you can believe it, it is already so. God's moving for you. God's operating for you. God's making some things happen for you. And I'm so excited. Listen, I know it's been a rough year. I know 2020 was a rough year for so many of you. But the good news is, and even the start of 2021, in just a couple of weeks, we will be in the 6th month of this year. This year is flying by. But the good news is, even if you had a rough start, it does not matter how it started. The most important thing is that God is a finisher. One of the wonderful things that I love about God is that he is a finisher. And everything that he starts in your life, he will finish it. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how it feels. So I want you to be encouraged today to know that if you just keep on trusting God, everything concerning your life, it is already done. He's going to make it happen for you. He's going to move in your favor. He's going to move on your behalf. All right. Listen, let's get into the word. I'm excited. Let me get my notes over here together. I'm excited. I've got a really good, solid word for you today. And I can't wait to share it with you. I know it's going to bless you in a tremendous way. And let me just get all of my stuff. I got electronics everywhere over here today. But let's get into it. We are going to talk today about the power of positivity. We're going to talk today from the subject, the power of positivity. And this is such an essential message today, really, with everything that's going on. We see the conflict that's going on with Israel, and there's so many things that's going on around the world as it relates to just frankly, war and drama and just all kinds of angst. There's a lot going on, and I'm here to tell you that the only way you're going to make it out of this rugged life that we're all living in, frankly, is to maintain a positive spirit, is to maintain a positive demeanor, to maintain a positive disposition. And let's just be honest. Many of us, most of us, have every reason in the world to be negative, right? If you think about your life and think about what it is that's going on in your life, some of us and some of you have things that are going on in your life that if you could calculate them, if you could play them out, it wouldn't be going the way it is. There's so many reasons for all of us to complain, to be upset, to be negative. But the reality is it's going to require positivity for you to maintain your focus. And not only for you to maintain your focus, it's going to require positivity for you to continue to move forward and be everything that you've been designed to be with little to no distraction. All right. And so I want to talk about this today. I'm going to be in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8 and 9, 2 verses. That's all I'm dealing with today. And, I've got about 5 or 6 bullet points and we're going to get out of the way. But Philippians chapter 4, verse 8 and 9, I'm in the New Living Translation, and we're going to talk about the power of positivity. And so if you have not already, I need you to tag somebody, tell them to tune in. This is going to be a powerful message. Look at this. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8 and 9. New Living Translation is where I am. I'm going to read these for us quickly, and then we're going to get into it. All right. You ready? Philippians 4, verse 8 and 9. Verse 8 says this. And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Verse 9, keep putting into practice all you learned and received from me. Everything you heard from me and saw me doing, then the God of peace will be with you. This is powerful because Paul is giving us a very candid, direct message concerning what we ought to prioritize. And the overarching theme here is positivity. Let me say this to you. In 2021, you're going to have to fight to be and remain positive. All right? I want you to record this. In 2021, for the rest of this year, you are going to have to fight like heck to be and remain positive. Life, again, has the ability to offer to you every reason in the world to be negative. But you're going to have to fight like heck to be and remain positive. Negativity is more than an attitude or behavior. I want to say this to you. Negativity is more than an attitude. Negativity is more than a behavior. Negativity is more than an approach. Negativity is even more than a perspective. Negativity is also a spirit, right? And there are some people, if we can just be frank, that just have a spirit of negativity. They see the bad in everything. Everything always has something wrong in it. They are the ultimate party poopers. There's always something wrong with the Kool-Aid. There's always something wrong with the idea. There's always something wrong with the approach. Negativity is more than just a behavior and attitude. Negativity is also a spirit. And I want to say this to you. If you're not careful, life can come at you so hard that the momentum of negative things in your life can plant inside of you a negative spirit. And if you're not careful, if you don't carefully manage the things that come your way, if you don't carefully manage the negative things that happen in your life, it will build momentum or cycles of momentum that will then, through a seed of negativity, implant a spirit of negativity to the point where even if you want to be positive, you will find yourself being overly pessimistic and find yourself being overly critical and find yourself always pointing out the bad in everything. And you got to be careful with this. The spirit of negativity will cause you to see bad in everything. I want to say this again. The spirit of negativity will cause you to see bad in everything. Some of you have not gone back to school, not because you can't, but because you are around people with negative spirits who said things like, you're too old to go back to school, or said things like, you're not smart enough to start a business, or said things to you like, you're too old to start this or do that. You've got to understand that the spirit of negativity will cause you to always look at the negative and never focus on the positive. And as long as you're operating in that vein, you will never get further than the sidelines. There are people right now who are stuck on the sidelines of their life, not because they're not talented, not because they're not gifted, not because they don't have ability. They are stuck on the sidelines of their life because they have allowed negativity to keep them there, whether it be their own negativity or the negativity of other people. And so you got to be careful. Negativity is so bad. It's such a bad spirit that it will also blind you. It will keep you blind to the possibilities. It'll keep you blind to the potential. You will miss the potential that is your life. You will miss potential great areas of your life because the spirit of negativity will keep you there. And let me warn you of something else. This ain't even in my notes, but let me warn you of something else about negativity. Another thing that will keep you in a negative space is your past. You gotta be careful. Don't let the past, anything in your past, get the best of you and cause you to remain in a negative space. Some of you cannot move forward because you have such a negative perspective concerning your past. Well, I hear you, Pastor. I've had some bad things happen to me in the past. I've made some bad mistakes in the past. I've had some, bad situations come about in the past. Some I had, a lot to do with. Some I had nothing to do with. I understand that. All of us have had some things happen in our past. But when you allow yourself to become bound by the things in your past, you will never be able to proceed to the future God has for you. And I'm telling you, you can't let the past get the best of you, because just like the spirit of negativity can keep you bound, also, when you're dealing with the past and dealing in the past and not moving beyond your own past or the things that had happened in the past, you will allow that negative energy to keep you where you are and never be able to build a mindset or a perspective that's going to push you forward. So you've got to fight beyond even the demons of your past. Everybody has a past. I was telling somebody this just a few days ago. Everybody has a past. And so for you to allow your life, your future, to be in bondage because of your past is one of the most critical, horrible decisions you could ever make. You cannot be bound in the past and allow the bondage of your past to keep you from moving forward to your future. All right. So it's critically important that you understand that. Along those lines, when we think about disconnecting from the past, we also have to disconnect, watch this, from people who are also negative that may be in our present or our past. This is important because if you're not careful, you can have a positive spirit. You can have a relatively positive perspective, but be around negative people and find yourself becoming pessimistic just like they are, and find yourself becoming negative just like they are. And see, this is how we know it's a spirit. The reason I know negativity is a spirit is because negativity can be transferred. I want to say it again. I want you to remember this. The reason we know negativity can be a spirit is because you can transfer negativity. The same way you can be around a negative person and find yourself feeling negative or thinking negative or talking negative or acting negative, the same way you can be around a negative person and those things come to you. It is a reminder to us that negativity is a spirit. It's more than just an attitude or behavior. It's also something that can be transferred, which is why it is critically important that you choose to be around people who are positive, who have positive perspectives, who bring the positivity out of you. Now, does it mean you won't have challenges in your life? It doesn't mean you won't have obstacles in your life. It doesn't mean you won't have bad days. We hear the word positivity and we think that means you can never have a bad day. It doesn't mean that. But what you ought to do is surround yourself with positivity so that even when you have a negative moment, or even when you have a negative day or a negative situation, the same way negative spirits can transfer to you, positive spirits can transfer as well. And so I want to challenge you for the rest of 2021, you got to make a very conscious decision about who you surround yourself with, who you allow to be in your life, who you allow to be in your circle, whose spirit you allow to influence your own spirit. If you're around angry people all the time, you're going to be angry. If you're around haters all the time, you're going to be hateful. If you're around positive people, you're going to be positive. If you're around people who like to have fun and enjoy themselves, you're going to have fun and enjoy yourself. But you've got to dismiss yourself. I need y'all to record this. Dismiss yourself from negative, pessimistic, and mad people. Come on, record it. I need you to dismiss yourself from negative, pessimistic, and mad people. You've got to dismiss yourself from negative, pessimistic, and just generally mad people. I hope you have a good day. Well, it would be good if this just say thank you and move on. You ever just met people that find something bad about everything? You can't compliment them. You can't wish them well. You can't wish them luck. Like, you've got to surround yourself with people that are positive. You've got to dismiss people that are negative, that are pessimistic, or that are just plain out mad. I love the show Martin. There was a marathon on, I think yesterday. I caught some of it. And Angry Man is my funniest character. I love the Angry Man character because, Martin, the guys will see Angry Man, and he always has something to be mad about. And there are a lot of people that have that kind of spirit, that always have something to be mad about. And I'm here to tell you, you better dismiss yourself from them. You better put some distance between you and them, because a lot of this stuff that some of y'all calling hating, some of y'all, some of y'all hating on, saying, such and such don't like me, or I'm hating on this, or such and such is hating on me about this. A lot of that stuff is just mad energy. A lot of that stuff is just negative, pessimistic energy. Folk don't have a problem with you. You just so negative that you see everything from a negative lens. And I'm here to tell you, this is good right here. When you are negative, you will see everything in a negative way. Y'all not catching what I'm saying? When you have a negative spirit, you will perceive everything in a negative way. You will always think people are against you. You will always think circumstances are against you. Some of you always think people got problems with you. And the problem is, it ain't that they have problems with you. You got a negative, pessimistic spirit. And when you got a negative spirit, you take everything personal. Yeah, I feel like I'm teaching better than y'all saying amen. When you have a negative spirit, you take everything personal. When you have a negative spirit, you think everything is about you. You think every remark is about you. You think every post is about you. And this is very important in this social media space, because some of y'all get so bent out of shape. You screenshot folk and you share folks' posts into other folks' inboxes. I wonder if they talking about me. Release the negative spirit. When you release that spirit of negativity and pessimism, I can't even talk. Negativity and pessimism, when you release all of that stuff and really remain positive, you don't worry about what other people are doing. And so a lot of this energy that you think you're perceiving from other people is really stuff that's just radiating off of you. It ain't that people don't like you. It's that you got a negative spirit. It's not that people got a problem with you or always coming at you. That negative spirit is causing you to be defensive. And sometimes we can't see the negative spirit. We can only just see the symptoms. I'm teaching better than y'all saying amen. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes when you can't spot out the negative spirit, all you can see are the symptoms. One of those symptoms is defensiveness. When you always defensive, when you always think somebody coming at you, coming for you, you just always think that somebody's got an alt after you. That's a sign of a negative spirit. Defensiveness is a sign of negative spirit. You don't feel like you have to defend yourself or fight. Some of y'all got this heavy, what I call Sophia spirit on you. I mean, y'all know I can't stand the movie Color Purple, but you got this heavy Sophia spirit on you. All my life, I had to fight. No, you didn't. Ain't nobody on this call. Now I'm getting warmed up. Ain't nobody on this call with a testimony that say, all my life I got to fight. No, if you had to fight all your life, chances are some of them fights you chose to fight them. And some of you just have a Sophia spirit. It's a It's just a negativity. It's a I always got my back against the wall. It's this, me against the world spirit. And hear me in love. There are some times where a me against the world spirit is necessary. I'll be honest with you. I have an affinity and an attraction to the underdog. I love being counted out. It's weird. I get it, but I love when people count me out, tell me I can't, encourage me not to. There's just something about that that really energizes me. So I'm not talking about using that kind of perspective to do more and to do greater things. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just being consistently negative and consistently thinking that people have something against you. They're coming after you. They have a problem with you. That's a spirit. That's a spirit. And you have to release that spirit. And those of you that are surrounded by people like that, you have to surround yourself with people that don't fall into that trap, but that have positive spirits, positive dispositions, positive demeanors, and see the positive things in life. All right, so this is important. Now, I want to say this quickly about positivity, and then we're going to get into the verses and do a couple of bullet points and I'll be done. But let me say this quickly about positivity, and I want you to record this. Positivity does not imply that everything is good. Positivity does not imply that everything in your life is good. Here's what it implies. It reflects an intentional choice. I'm going to say it again. Positivity does not imply that everything is good. Positivity reflects an intentional choice. I'm going to say it again. I want you to record this. Take notes. You're going to be the smartest person on your job, virtual face-to-face tomorrow. Positivity does not imply that everything in your life is good. Positivity implies that you've made an intentional choice. Pastor, what are you talking about? An intentional choice for what? You made an intentional choice to be positive. See, when you live a positive life, when you have a positive perspective, when you have a positive demeanor, it don't mean all your bills paid. It don't mean you working the dream job that you've been seeking after. Positivity doesn't mean that your body feels all the way good. Positivity doesn't mean you're living where you want to live or living how you want to live. Positivity doesn't mean you have the people in your life you want in your life. It doesn't mean that. Positivity doesn't imply that everything is well. Positivity implies that all is well. Man, I feel like teaching this morning. Are y'all listening to me? Positivity doesn't imply that everything is well. Positivity says all is well. And those are two totally different perspectives, because when you say all is well, you are making the intentional choice to be positive. And anytime you make an intentional choice to be positive, you're going beyond your circumstances. You're going beyond the way things look. You're going beyond the way things seem. And you're making a choice to be okay. Now, you can't always choose what happens to you. This is important. This is the powerful thing about positivity. When you are in a positive space and you have a positive mentality and you've got positive energy, you understand you can't choose everything that happens to you. You can't choose everything that happens around you, but you can always choose how you respond to what happens to you. You can always choose how you respond to what goes on around you. You can always choose how you respond to life circumstances that come to you. So being positive is not about stacking the deck. You can't control what you can't control. But being positive is saying, I may not like my circumstances. I may not like where I am, but I'm choosing to be okay, right? I want to put this in your spirit right now. I want you to drop it in the comments right now. I don't care what you go through in your life. Y'all better listen to me and listen to me good. I don't care what you go through in your life. The minute you choose to be okay is the minute everything turns around for you. I'm going to say it again. You have to choose to be okay. Put it in the comments right now. I'm choosing to be okay. Don't like where I'm working? I'm choosing to be okay. Don't like the money I'm making right now, but I'm choosing to be okay. Not really confident in how I'm feeling about my future and where things are progressing. However, I'm choosing to be okay. You got to understand that positivity is a choice. I'm choosing to be okay. When you have that mentality, I'm here to tell you, stuff in your life starts turning around, because you don't start speaking from a perspective of where you are. You start speaking from a perspective of where God is taking you. You start speaking from a perspective of where you're heading. Positivity is a choice. Positivity is a choice. And when you choose to be positive, then what happens is this helter-skelter negative spirit turns into a spirit of calm. You'll find yourself calm in the middle of situations that should have you frantic, that should have you going crazy, that should have you seeing things in a crazy way. You will choose to address things and deal with things in a very calm and cool and collective way. Why? Because you made the choice to be okay. Can't change the situation. You can't change where you are right now. You can't change what you're dealing with right now. But what you can do is you can make the choice to be okay. When you make the choice to be okay, everything changes. Listen, some of you are stuck in bad situations right now, not because you ain't coming out. You stuck because you have not made the choice to be okay where you are. In whatsoever, let me give you Bible. In whatsoever state you find yourself in, you have to learn or choose to be content. Contentment is really the answer to negativity. Listen to me, y'all. Contentment is really the answer to negativity, because contentment says, I'm going to make the choice to think about these things, to pursue these things, to see this situation this way, to see where I am this way, not to see what I'm dealing with, not to see it as it is, but I'm going to make the choice to see it the way I intend it to be. The answer to negativity is contentment. It's being content. It's making a choice to be positive. I was sharing with somebody yesterday who hit me up and was like, Doc Talley, you really have been, really been doing a lot, especially on Saturdays with your food posts and your cracking jokes and all that stuff. What's this all about? I didn't even know you was funny like that. I'm a corny funny guy. I'm not really a funny guy. My brother's funny. I'm a corny funny guy. I'm a nerd funny. Like, you have to catch me at spots. But let me tell you something that I learned. I really learned over this pandemic season. And this is really important. That positivity, nothing stabilizes your focus like positivity. I'm gonna say this again. I want you to record it. Nothing stabilizes your focus like positivity. And one of the best ways, honestly, to be positive is to laugh sometimes. One of the best ways to be positive is to laugh. Some of y'all need to laugh more often. You need to drink more water, and you need to laugh more often. Like, there's nothing more, what's the word? I don't know if boring's the word. There's nothing more tragic. I like that word. There's nothing more tragic than to be around people who never laugh, who never smile, who never have a good time. And I got a preaching request yesterday. It came through my inbox, and I was telling that person to reach out to Sister Swan to get some things together. He had given me 2 dates, and one of them looked good. And I said, I think it looks good, but I said, but we need to pass this through Sister Swan so I don't screw something up. But when he hit me up, the conversation was really, really light. And he was like, man, bro, I just really appreciate you, considering this. And he said, just really appreciate your positive energy. And I replied to him and said, life too short not to be positive. Like, some of y'all just need to laugh more often. You need to laugh. I read something on a blog. I really miss blogging. I started and I had to stop because I just have too much going on. I may pick it up in the next couple of months. We'll see. But I read something from another blog that was really powerful. And this guy was saying that, especially even during the pandemic, one of the things that he does, and this is going to sound crazy, he goes outside, he takes his shoes off, and he steps in the grass. And he just allows his bare feet to touch the grass. And you ought to try that. Go outside and put your bare feet on the grass. And that sounds kind of crazy to some of you, But his point is, it keeps you grounded and it keeps you connected. So, some of y'all are so serious that you're not grounded in life, and you're a little disconnected from life. And so, you can't have a good time unless you're at work or unless you're at church. God help your soul. Convocation, whatever. You got to get a little bit more grounded and understand that the key to living a positive and a happy and a joyful life is not only choosing to be okay, but just being grounded in positivity and grounded in happiness. And he was telling me yesterday, he said, man, I really enjoy your post. You talk about food, you talk junk. He said, and a lot of, pastors wouldn't do that and go back and forth with people and let people clown them and call them crazy. I don't care about all of that. Life too short not to laugh. No, I don't like beans in my chili. No, I can't stand ranch. I hate mayonnaise. I don't want my food piled up on top of each other. I like sweet rice, which is butter and sugar and rice, and it'll drive your A1C number through the roof. And I'll take the cafeteria lady with pizza any day. And yeah, many of y'all didn't know I'm a rapper. Rehab know this. I'm a rapper. I got a rap name. It's called Light Skin Dropper. I got a rap name, and some of y'all found out yesterday that I took the little one to a daddy-daughter dance, and Elder Missy don't start with me. Took the little one to the daddy-daughter dance, and some of y'all didn't even know that I got a dance name. I used to win dance contests. Y'all didn't know this, but I used to win. I won several dance contests, and I got a dance name called Tight Squeeze. So, I mean, what can I say? Listen, you gotta lighten up. If this pandemic didn't teach y'all nothing, you better enjoy your life, and you better be happy every single day, and you better find a reason every single day to smile and a reason every single day to be positive. And so I'm just gonna be honest with you. I know I post serious things through the week to try to inspire you and challenge you and all that stuff, and that's what I do. But I look forward to Saturdays because when I don't have anything to do, I literally sit out in my garage. I'll finish washing my car, and I've got chairs out there, and I'll sit out there with one garage thing open with my legs crossed, some lemonade on my phone or my iPad, just going back and forth with y'all laughing. It's a very therapeutic thing. It's cool. It's okay to be positive, and you still saved. You still know the Lord. You're going back and forth. It's okay to do all of that. Some of y'all are asking for video footage. I have video footage right here on my phone of my dancing skills. But it would be a TMZ exclusive, and I would have to charge y'all for the footage. Y'all some haters, man. See, now y'all hating in the comment. It's probably on silent VHS. I see you, Sister Stephanie. I see you talking junk about me. That's all. It's all good. But let me tell you something. Y'all thought Ozone was something on B Street. Y'all had no idea, man. Y'all had no idea. By the time I got the pop locking out there last night, Giselle was like, Daddy, man, I didn't know. Y'all some haters. Let me move on with the word, because I know I can't deal with these negative Nancy's either. I tell you, y'all just hating on pastors. Let's deal with this. Verse number 4. All right, let's go back to this. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. All right, Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. I want to walk through this, okay? Because really, at the end of the day, the key to positivity, or the key to controlling negativity, y'all are some bona fide haters. I promise you. Thank you, Sister Hope, because I got a whole lot of, and it be the ones you think support you too. It be the ones that thinks you support you. I ain't gonna call no names. They support you. They got title. They be strong hating on you. But that's all right. Pastor got it, man. I'm telling Ozone, them folks ain't got nothing on me, man. Period. Philippians chapter 4, verse number 8. Look at this. The key, here it is. It says, and now, brothers, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is ahead. This is important. On what is, and then he goes through these things. I want you to record this. The key to controlling negativity is fixing your thoughts. The key to controlling negativity. I see you, Elder. The key to controlling negativity is fixing your thoughts. The key to controlling negativity is fixing your thoughts. I've got some personal YouTube videos that are dropping this week. I even, the last 2 weeks have been so busy. I launched the channel and then I had to kind of pause that. I've been up to my neck and stuff. But I'm about to do a video on controlling your thoughts that's going to be thought-provoking. Because let me tell you something. If you want to be in a positive space, you got to control your thoughts. In other words, you have to master what you think about. I want you to put it in the comments. You have to master what you think about. You are in control of your thoughts. I don't want to hear what, Pastor, sometimes my thoughts just get the best of me. My mind just, we say stuff like my mind just wanders and my mind just You can control that. You have the ability to control your thoughts. You have the ability to control what you think about. You have the ability to choose what you think about. And let me tell you something. You choose your thoughts, you choose your destiny. This is powerful. Come on. Come on. Come on. It is the power of manifestation 101, which is nothing more than a spiritual principle. As a man thinketh, so is he. As a man thinketh, so is he. You have the ability to control your future by controlling your thoughts. Now y'all getting past excited. I didn't turn my chair to the side. You have the ability to control your future by controlling your thoughts. And Paul gives it to us here. Listen, when your mind ain't right, don't settle in it. When your mind is off, you have to be consciously aware that your mind is off, your thinking is off, and you got to take a couple of steps back and get your thoughts together. Let me tell y'all something. Can I help y'all? Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if they still do it now, but in school, especially in elementary school, one of the most powerful things that I remember seeing growing up. Now, I grew up in a time, believe it or not, they were paddling in school. And I saw a horrible video on social media where a principal was paddling a young girl and a teacher was holding the young girl, and the mama was just sitting there watching. And it was brutal. I don't agree with that at all. Different day, different time. You have to have a different approach. But let me suggest this to all of you. There's a powerful thing that they used to do in elementary school. I don't know if they still do it now, and it's called the timeout corner. When your thoughts are off, and you know your spirit is off, you need to be willing to find the timeout corner spiritually and stand in it. See, what we do is we allow ourselves to get in negative spaces. Watch this. And then we make our negative spirit become the responsibility of everybody else. Your negativity is not the responsibility of other people. When you know your spirit is off, when you know you're not in a good place, it is okay to take a couple of steps back and say, y'all, give me a minute so I can gather myself, gather my thoughts, gather my energy, gather my spirit to make sure I'm okay. See, we just think that pressing on, there's a blessing in the press. We just think that pressing forward and pressing forward and pressing forward, even when we're in a negative space, is beneficial. And this is what drives people crazy. This is what causes people to come in places of businesses and shoot up the place, because people have not learned how to take a couple of steps back and manage their negativity and manage their negative thoughts. And so I'm giving all of you permission to do two things. One, to learn how to monitor your spirit. Learn how to monitor your negativity, your energy. Learn how to monitor your spirit and to know where you are and where you're not. That's number one. And then two, when you know you're in a bad place, I'm giving you permission to take a couple of steps back to get yourself together. And sometimes taking a couple of steps back means powering your phone off. Sometimes taking a couple of steps back means shut down social media. This is a really good one, because if you are not in a good spiritual place, if your energy is in an off place, if you're not careful, that stuff will bleed on your social media. It'll bleed through your posts. Your posts will become negative like you. Your posts will have negative connotations. Your posts will have negative tones. You gotta be careful. if you're not in a good spiritual space, be okay taking a couple of steps back. Deactivate your account for a week or two. It ain't going to kill nobody. Hey, we're going to be right here when you come back home. Right? Power your phone off. Take a break. I don't care if you get in the car and drive 60 minutes away and find you a random hotel somewhere and sit in there. When you're in a negative space, be okay taking a couple of steps back. Be okay saying, listen, y'all, I need a minute. Can I say this? And I'm probably going to preach a message soon. I'm probably going to save this one for when we get in the building. But I got a message that I'm going to give y'all called I Need a Minute. That's going to be one of the most powerful messages that I've ever taught and preached. Because sometimes you just need a second to gather yourself. You just need a second to take a couple of steps back to fix your energy so you can move forward and be everything that you need to be. You got to be careful. It's okay to take a minute. If you take a minute, you're not weak. You're not a less than. It doesn't mean you're not spiritual. It actually means that you're mindful of where you are. And some of us would be more suited if many of you, when you're in a negative place, did what they did to the third graders. Say, hey, Johnny, I need you to go over there in the corner and time out. I want you to go away from everybody else. We all over here. You go over there to the corner and time out. Sit in the corner and sit there for about 3-4 minutes and get yourself together. That's called taking a minute. And sometimes you need to take a minute so you can rebuild your spirit, so you can rebuild your energy. And it's okay to take a minute. For some of you, that minute is a vacation. We're in vacation season. Pastor's about to end a hard vacation season. Pastor has worked hard over the last 14 months. And I told the board a couple of nights ago that Pastor is going to be in a hard vacation season. And it's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with Pastor. But Pastor is going to make sure that his energy is good, that his spirit is right, that he's rested, so his perspective is clear, so that his mind is clear. So he makes decisions and makes choices. He's doing it with good energy. It's okay to take a minute. But I'm here to tell you, you have to be okay doing that and let people think what they want to think. Let people say what they want to say. But some of y'all need to take a minute. You just need to take a minute, take a couple steps back so you can regather yourself. And so he says, fix your thoughts, right? Because when you change how you think, or when you change what you entertain, you will change your energy. Some of us, our thoughts are off because we're consuming all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And I've talked to you all about this before on several broadcasts through several messages. You got to watch what you consume. You don't need to entertain everything. You don't need to entertain every conversation. You don't need to be in every circle. You don't need to entertain everything that you see on TV or social media. I mean, to tell you, I don't even watch a lot of TV anymore. This pandemic really messed me up in a good way. This pandemic really messed me up in a good way. I now found myself, I was watching TV in my den last night. This is a true story. My kids aren't here. And I was watching the TV in my den last night, finally about to get some dinner. It was about almost 10 o'clock at night. It was a weekend, so I had a cheat meal, so it was all good. But this is the God's honest truth. I was in my den trying to watch TV. I couldn't even find the remote. And when I found the remote, I couldn't even work it. And I just realized that, dog, man, like the last 7-8 months, I ain't even really watched a lot of TV. And it's nothing wrong with TV. So don't y'all get all deep. Yeah, that's how you get stronger with God. Because I heard a preacher say one time, he ain't got no TV in his bedroom. Because, you know, it's his personal time with him and his wife and with God. No, I got TV in my room. Nothing wrong with TV. So I'm pastor not being overly spiritual. But what I am saying is, I haven't missed the TV. Sometimes when you cut on the news, everything is just negative and this is going on and this is going on. And sometimes you got to just shut all of that down. And so I'm just saying to all of you, do whatever it takes to watch what you consume. For some of you, it's consuming bad conversations, negative conversations that have you in negative spaces. For some of you, it's consuming horrible things on the internet and social media. For some of you, it's consuming bad relationships and the vibes you're getting from negative people and horrible relations. You have to watch what you consume so that you can monitor your positivity and so that you don't allow the spirit of positivity to mess up your life and to invade your life. All right. And so that's important. Paul says, if you want to be positive, you got to fix your thoughts, right? And fixing your thoughts means setting your thoughts. He's saying be intentional about what you allow yourself to think about. Every single day this week, I want to challenge all of you. Here's a challenge for you. Here's a homework assignment. I want to challenge all. I hope you're still journaling. We're in month 5 of this year. We're going to be into month 6. I journal every single morning. The only mornings I don't journal are Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings. I give myself a break just to recharge. But Monday through Friday, every morning, I'm journaling. I hope you're still in your affirmations. I write out custom affirmations every single morning. I've got a whole stack of white paper in there where every single morning, it is a new set of affirmations that I write out for that day. Listen, I'm challenging you all to do this. Why? Because these things help to set your thoughts. When you are intentional about what you think about, you will then become intentional about what you expect to receive. And this is why many of us are excited about our future. Our future ain't a guess for us. It ain't a blur. It's not something we wondering about. No, we know what's ahead for us. Why? Because every single day we are being intentional about what we think about. We're being intentional about our thoughts. We're setting our thoughts in an intentional way. And when you do that, you know you can be intentional about the future that God has for you. All right? Here's the final thing. Verse 8, the B clause. He says first in the A clause, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing, fix your thoughts on what is. And then in the B clause, Philippians 4:8, the B clause, he says, here are the 8 things you got to focus on. Fix your thoughts on what is true, what is honorable, what is right, what is pure, what is lovely, what is admirable. Think about the things that are excellent and think about things that are worthy of praise. Now, I'm going to go through all 8 of these things really quickly. It ain't going to take me but 5 minutes. I'm going to go through all of these things really quickly. But he gives us the formula. Paul gives us the formula and gives us 8 things we can think about that will help fix our thoughts. This is so powerful and practical, man. Are y'all listening to me? Have you shared this video with somebody? Have you tagged somebody? I need you to do it quickly. All right, because I'm wrapping up. He gives us 8 things that we ought to think about every single day to fix our thoughts. I'm going to give them to you. Number 1, he says, fix your thoughts on what's true. Right? Think about what's true. If it ain't true, why you think about it? If things that you're thinking about are not true, why are you thinking about it? I have to get on Giselle about this a lot. Giselle is very sensitive to things. And she'll allow something that is not true. If it comes in her head, she'll continue to think about it and dwell on it. Then she'll be asking questions about it and want to talk. Giselle, baby, that's not true. What you're thinking about, I don't know why it came in your mind, but it's not true. So why continue to think about it? And many of you continue to focus on things that are not true. And when you focus on things, thank you for that, Swan. That's really good. Number 1, focus on things that are true. When you continue to focus on things that are not true, then you end up thinking negatively. Right? Y'all gotta, and this is especially important for this 2 and 2 generation. I was texting somebody earlier this week about this. This is a 2 and 2 generation. Y'all love to try to take 2 and 2 and put 2 and 2 together and try to put, y'all stop that. You gonna run yourself in the ground trying to figure out other folks' life and sometimes trying to figure out your own. That ain't your job. Your job is to live in this moment and to focus on positive things and focus on things that are true. Focus on things that are true, right? So that's the first thing he says. The second thing that he says focus on, he says, fix your thoughts on what's honorable. Fix your thoughts on what's honorable, right? Fix your thoughts on what's honorable. What does that mean? Giving credit to things where credit is due will alleviate 50% of your problems, right? It'll alleviate 50% of negativity. Some of you are negative because you don't like to give credit. Some of you are negative because you don't have the spirit of honor. The spirit of honor will cause you to say nice things to people when you could say negative things, right? And I grew up in a time where they said it simple. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, y'all shut up, right? And so thinking about honorable things means being nice about situations, having a nice approach to certain conditions, not always seeing the bad in stuff, but seeing the good in stuff and doing it in a way that's truthful, doing it in a way that ain't two-faced, Doing it in a way that is sincere and that's genuine, right? And so being honorable, the second thing he says is fix your thoughts on things that are honorable. Here's the third thing he says. Fix your thoughts on things that are right. Fix your thoughts on things that are right. What do you mean, preacher? When you stop prancing over what's wrong, then people will start acting right. Situations will start acting right. Listen, let me give you the best example to make this make sense. I'm going to give you the best example to make this make sense. You ready? Watch. Have you ever been connected to somebody who always points out the bad in what you're doing? Always points out the bad of what you're doing. They can see the bad in everything. You're doing this, you're doing this. In other words, they're naggers. And naggers have this problem. When you are a nagger and you nag about everything, all you're doing is pointing out the negative in situations. And this is important. The things you're pointing out could be true. Could be true. But the problem is when you constantly point it out, you constantly point out what's wrong, you constantly point out what's negative, constantly point out what's bad, what you end up doing is you end up being so focused on what's wrong that you take little attention to focus on what's right. And I'm going to give you just a personal piece of advice that I've had to even apply to my own life. When you, especially when it comes to people, when you spend a whole lot of time focusing on the people who ain't doing what's right, you end up not appreciating the people who are. I just gave y'all a whole word. I'm going to say it again. When you put so much energy on the people that ain't doing right, you end up not appreciating the people who are. And as a pastor, this is something I've really had to learn, and I had to learn fast. You can put so much energy on what people ain't doing and on the people who ain't doing that you start beating over the head the people who are doing right. You start taking for granted the people who are doing the right things. And so be very careful with that. Make sure that you are focusing your thoughts on things that are right. Right? Where am I? That's 1, 2, 3. Number 4, focus your thoughts on things that are pure. That's such a hard word to say. Focus your thoughts on things that are pure. P-U-R-E, right? Not things that are superficial, not things that are surface, not things that are fabricated, not things that are fake, not things that are phony, but things that are authentic, things that are genuine, things that are pure. Focus your thoughts on pure things. Some of y'all are so busy giving energy to negativity in relationships that you're missing out on the genuine relationships you have, on the genuine connections you have. You're so busy focusing on the negative situations at work that you're missing the positive situations at work. Focus on the things that are pure, those things that are authentic, that are real, that are genuine. Focus on those things. I love using the words authentic and genuine and pure interchangeably with pure, because anytime I think pure, I think authentic, I think genuine, I think real, I think not fabricated. I think those things that are meaningful. Don't focus your energy on stuff that ain't authentic or things that aren't genuine or things that aren't pure. Focus your energy on those things that are authentic and genuine and pure, because when you do, then you don't have a whole lot of energy for all the other foolishness, right? Some of y'all, all you talk about, oh, people fake and people that don't even focus on that. Focus on the relationships that you have that are authentic. Focus on the connections that you have that are pure. And see, you got to understand this too. Some of you, thank you so much, Sister Sandy. That really means a lot. Some of you put so much energy and effort onto the way things look. Some of the most solid relationships I have are with people that, believe it or not, most of you would think I don't have solid relationships with them, and I do. Because being solid with somebody is not about what you think it is. Sometimes some of the purest, some of the most authentic, genuine connections you have with people are those connections that are just beyond the surface. They're beyond what it looks like. They're beyond what people can see. They're beyond, normal perspective, and they're deeper. And that's okay. That's a great focus on those connections. Focus on those. And when you do, you won't operate in negative spaces. All right. And so Paul says, focus on those things that are pure. Then he says, let me get to my notes. He says, focus on those things that are lovely. What number am I on, Sister Swan? I think I'm on 5. Focus on those things that are lovely, right? Or those things that are appealing, or those things that are good to see, right? Again, I talked about this early in the broadcast. Focus on things that make you laugh. Focus on things that bring a smile to your face. I know I'm getting old. Let me tell you how I know I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old because, thank you, Sister Swan. I know I'm getting old because nothing excites me now like seeing my grass turn green. I was telling somebody the other day, man, my grass is getting green. Like, I got some bald patches in my yard, especially my front yard, that I'm working on that's I'm really struggling with. But man, I pulled up the other day and I said, man, my grass is getting green. And that thing really excited me. Now, I know this is old man problems. Some of y'all ain't got this problem. This is old man, old woman problems. But man, listen, when I see my grass getting green, that's a powerful thing. At least it is to me. And that's how I know Pastor getting old. He ain't old yet, but he getting there. When I look at my green grass and I see the lines in my grass, that's a beautiful sight. And I focus on that. Focus on things that are lovely. Focus on things that are appealing to you. And it ain't got to make sense to nobody else. For me, going to Sweet Frog and getting ice cream and putting it on the scale, and it costs $30 because your ice cream's so heavy, is something that's lovely. Focus on things that are lovely, that are appealing, that are good to see, that are good to be a part of. And again, we're talking about setting our thoughts. As you set your thoughts on those things, it will begin to have you in a place of positivity. I see you, Sister Vance. Dr. Vance says, nothing makes me happier than my bed. Amen to that. I'm with you on that. Because here lately, you work hard all day. When I'm in the bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, man, whoo, that's a powerful thing. Kids be in bed at 9. I be in bed by 9:15. It's a powerful, nothing gives me joy knowing that my bed is on the way. Whatever it is, focus on it. I know, Brother Antonio, y'all forgive me. Took the kids to Sweet Frog and put our 3 cups up there, and that ice cream was about $33. And it wasn't the kid. Well, it was Giselle. Giselle had everything in the bucket you could think of in her ice cream. All I had was just the ice cream and a mountain of Reese's cups everywhere. Like Reese's cups were falling off the scale. The man had to wipe the scale down when I took my ice cream off. So I had a fat moment. But let me tell you something. Focus on those things that make you excited and happy. If it's the bed, if it's ice cream, if it's pizza, if it's green grass, whatever. Focus on those things that are lovely to you. And you'd be surprised every single day as you're setting your day, right? As you're setting the tone for your day, as you prayed, you've meditated, you've set your mindset and your mentality for the day. As you focus on those things, you'd be amazed at what that does for positivity. Here's the 6th thing that he says. He says, so you're going to focus on those things that are lovely. You're going to focus on those things that are admirable. Focus. I love this word. Focus on those things that are admirable. Right? Meaning whatever is worthy of being regarded, whatever is worthy of being respected. Focus on those things in your life that are worthy of being regarded, that are worthy of being respected. Focus on those things. For many of you, it's relationships. For many of you, it's your career. For many of you, it's hobbies that you have. For many of you, it's goals that you set. Whatever it is, focus on those things that are worthy of being regarded or worthy of being respected. Focus on those things. If it's your relationships with your kids, with your spouse, your relationships with your coworkers, whatever, focus on those things that are worthy of that respect, and you will see that your mentality will start to change. right? Stop focusing on stuff that don't deserve respect. Stop focusing on situations that don't deserve respect, that don't deserve that kind of energy and effort from you. Focus on those things that are worthy of respect, and you will see you'll start to feel better. All right. Number 7, Swan, you really saved the day today because I didn't number these in my notes. I don't know why I didn't. So big ups to you, Sister Swan, on Instagram for saving the day for Pastor today. All right. Number 7, focus on those things that are excellent. Focus on those things that are excellent, right? Of quality, right? Those things that are of quality. Listen, the quality of your life will change when you move your mentality from average things. And y'all get past a second right here. I know I said 5 minutes. Y'all get past the 2 more minutes, I'll be done. Let me tell you something. Some of you are living an average life because you think about average things. Ooh, y'all not typing that in. Oh, y'all not typing that. Some of you live in an average life because you think about average things. Some of you are living from a fulfillment standpoint. You are being fulfilled in an average way because you're doing average things. And I'm here to tell you, if you want to live a super life, you got to start thinking about super things. You got to start fixing your thoughts on excellent things. If you want good relationships, start thinking about good relationships. If you want good careers, stop settling for average ones and start fixing your thoughts on excellent things. This is very important. We talked about ad nauseum the power of our thoughts and the power of life and death being in our tongue. It's one thing to speak positive things, and speaking is important, right? We do the declaration all the time. Y'all know what I think about our declaration. You know what I think about affirmations, and I challenge all of you to write them and speak them in your own personal life every single day. So you know what I think about speaking things, and that's very important. But let me tell you something. You can speak positive all you want. If you ain't thinking about excellent stuff, it ain't going to happen. You can speak positive all you want, but at some point, your thoughts have to start then aligning with the things that you speak. You can't start speaking positivity in your career, but you only thinking about this job that you're working right now that's paying your bills, that's got you comfortable, but you're too afraid to think bigger than where you're working. You're too afraid to think bigger than where you're living. You're too afraid to think bigger than where you are. At some point, you got to shift out of what you're saying, and your thoughts have to align with what you say, right? So if you want excellent in your life, think excellent. Think excellent. I was sharing with somebody, a member. I shared with a member. I'll just say this: their name will remain nameless. But I shared with a member about 2 weeks ago, and we were just talking, and I shared with this member my next car. And when I sent it, member was like, "What?" So yeah. And member was like, "Oh my God, Pastor, I'm so happy. I know you're gonna do it." Blah blah. Let me tell you something. This car is just out of sight. I just, you see this smile on my face, like Pastor smiling, thinking about himself in this yellow car. And it's fire. But it's because I'm thinking excellence. You have to, if you want great things, you got to think great things. If you want excellent things in your life, you have to think excellent things in your life and stop settling. Put it in the comments right now. Stop settling. Y'all stop. Stop settling. You can't say you want greatness, but you only think average things. You can't say you want big things in your life, but you only think about average. Y'all stop settling. Stop. You got to up your thoughts. You got to up the things you think about. You got to up the things that you allow yourself to think about and craft for your future. You got to stop. Y'all stop settling. And stop playing small to make other people comfortable. Well, I would go after a vacation in the Maldives, but folk don't talk about me spending that much money. Let them talk. Up your thoughts. Let them talk. If you want to go to the Maldives and everybody in your family just want to go to Virginia Beach or Myrtle Beach, stop settling. Make the declaration, I'm going on a vacation to the Maldives, and my room will be a hut over the water. Lord, something just came over me. will be a hut over the water with my own affinity pool, and start setting your thoughts there. And before you know it, if you really believe it and mean it, you're going to end up on a plane, taking that 21-hour flight, and you're going to end up in the Maldives. Y'all don't like the way Pastor's talking here. See, we let people put us in a corner because of their expectations for our lives. No. Anything you desire, you can have, but you got to change your thoughts. And if you want things that are better than average, you got to stop thinking average thoughts. If you want things that are greater than just normal, you got to stop just thinking normal thoughts. And you got to up your thoughts. You have to. And if you do it, I'm a pastor as a living witness. If you do it, the things that you think about, and as you refuse to settle, you'll start to see those things manifest in your life. I had somebody give me a trip. Can Pastor just testify? Y'all promise if I testify and just share just a portion of my testimony, y'all won't get mad? I had somebody give me a trip that I'm going to be taking real soon. They literally gave me the trip. Gave it to me. Said, listen, don't you worry about nothing. I want to send you here and I'm going to take care of everything. Got the condo there that's waiting for you. I'm going to take care of your ticket. All of this, Dr. Talley. I just want you to go and enjoy yourself. And here y'all are worried about what people think about you. Or here y'all are playing small so people can be comfortable with you. No, I'm not playing. I refuse. I refuse to play small in words, thoughts, or actions just to make what's around me comfortable. No. You change your thoughts, stuff start happening in your life. Things, out the blue, stuff just starts happening. All right? So change your thoughts. Change your thoughts, and then start packing your bags in advance. And when you do that, things will happen. Now, 8th thing that Paul says. Look, that my Instagram crew is quiet this morning. The 8th thing that Paul says, he says, so you're gonna change, you're gonna think about those things that are excellent. And here's the 8th thing that he says. He says, then think about the things that are worthy of praise. This is a very important one, all right? And then I'm done. Think about the things that are worthy of praise. Think about the things that are worthy of praise, right? So he says, you're going to think about what is true. You're going to think about what is honorable. You're going to think about what is right. You're going to think about what is pure. You're going to think about what is lovely. You're going to think about what is admirable. You're going to think about what is excellent. And then you're going to think about what is worthy of praise. What does he mean by what is worthy of praise? Stop praising stuff that don't deserve praise. Like average. Stop praising average stuff. Stop praising basic stuff. And set a standard for your life. Pastor, why are you hollering at us? Because it's important. Set a standard for your life. Stop praising average and set a standard. Set a standard for your life. Because when you set a standard, when you set a bar for your life, that's when you see extraordinary things happening for you. Some people ain't experiencing extraordinary favor because they got low standards. You think the best you can do is go to Myrtle Beach. You think that ain't nothing wrong with Miami. I like Miami. I ain't been in years, but ain't nothing wrong with Miami. But you think the best you can do is get on a plane and go to Miami. That's because you set the bar down here. Reset the standard. I need y'all to put this in the comments. I'm preaching to y'all and y'all don't even realize that I'm not only preaching to you, but I'm speaking into your life right now. Put it in the comments right now. Reset the standard. If you want good things to happen in any area of your life, relationships, careers, travel, finances, where you living, how you feel, your health, whatever, you have to reset the standard. Ain't nothing wrong with Miami. But baby, let me tell you something. When you fly out the country and the water is green, it's hard to go back to Miami. Because see, this is the other thing about fixing your thoughts on things worthy of praise, or fixing your thoughts on things that are just worthy in general. When you set a standard in your life, and you experience things above that standard, guess what, y'all? It's hard to go back. Baby, I love fried bologna. I love a burnt bologna sandwich. Okay, I ain't had one in a long time. My kids was on this trip, especially when the quarantine thing started, where we broke them in on burnt bologna sandwiches, and they were on it. I like burnt bologna, but let me tell you something. I ain't had one in a long time. You know why? Because it's hard to go back to bologna when you had steak. It is. When you set a standard in your life, it's hard to go backwards. When you set a standard for excellence, or a standard for great things, or a standard for things that are worthy of a standard, it's hard to go backwards. It is. When you've been to islands with green water, Miami's nice, but it's hard to just be wasting money on Miami when you can throw a couple of extra $100 on there and go and have green water, unlimited food and drinks, if that's what you do. Nice hot weather with no humidity, and sit on the beach. It's hard to go to Miami. I know I'm offending some of y'all. I know, but it's hard. It's hard. You got to reset the standard, and you got to start thinking about things. You have to start thinking about things that are worthy, that are praiseworthy. Miami's nice, but think about things that are praiseworthy. Set the bar higher. Set the bar higher. Set the bar higher. I know you've been running your business the way you have, and it's been going well, right? One of the things that I'm even challenging myself with, this format has been great, but I'm thinking about even when we get back in the building, the standard, the bar is going to be so much higher now, right? What worked for Pastor to this point, and what even worked for Rehab to this point, is not going to work in the future. You've got to set a higher standard, right? A standard in the broadcast, a standard in the approach to ministry, a standard in your organization. These are all things I've been thinking. Why? Because it's a reflection of the positive space and direction that God's taking me. This applies to everything in your relationships. Come on. Some of y'all have gotten out of bad relationships, and you crazy because you think about going right back to the bad relationship. Reset your standard. Reset your standard. Now, if those bad people in those bad relationships can come up to that standard and it can work, then go ahead. Maybe it can work. But I'm telling y'all better set this. Setting a standard thing works for everything in your life. Everything. Set a standard. Because I'm telling you, when you've tasted good stuff, it's hard to go backwards. It's hard. When you've flown first class, it's hard to sit and coach. Are y'all listening to me? When you've flown first class, it's hard to sit way in the back. When you've flown first class, it's hard to fly Southwest. Pastor's not hating on nobody. I ain't got no problem with that. I fly Southwest sometimes. Okay? So Pastor's not being bougie, but y'all better hear what I'm saying. When you fly first class, it's hard to just be running to get a ticket over there. Right? So think about those things that are worthy of praise, that have high standard with them, and you will start to see your life morph into something that is amazing. Did this make sense to anybody, y'all? Man, listen, man, my juices are really flowing this morning. They're wide open. It's so crazy because the broadcast is about to come to an end, and I'm really I can talk about this for hours, because not only does it impact you spiritually, right? When we talk about avoiding negativity and thinking positive things, not only does this impact you spiritually, it impacts your life. This impacts your life. When you think positively, not only do you impact your spirit man, you impact your natural man. The things that you experience in your everyday life are impacted by changing your thoughts and thinking in a positive way. So I want to challenge all of you to really apply this to your life today, because whether it's your spirit or the things that you're experiencing in a natural way, if you apply those 8 things that Paul mentions in Philippians 4 and 8, to any area of your life, you'll start to see it in a positive way. And when your perspective is positive and your mindset is positive, then your results are not far behind. Did y'all hear what I said? When your perspective is positive, when your mindset is positive, when your thoughts are positive, then your results are not far behind. So you got to maintain a positive demeanor and disposition if you want to see things happen. Listen, y'all, I'm ready to pray for you. It's prayer time. I want you to put it in the comments right now. If you've got a prayer request, I want you to know I'm up now every morning at 4:30. Woo! 4:30 every morning. I get up and I'm up and I'm praying over your prayer requests and praying over the things concerning you. Y'all, it's been 9, 10. I done lost track. It's been 9, 10 weeks since pastors literally prayed. I have not prayed for myself in 10 weeks. I'm not making this up. The Lord spoke to me 10 weeks ago and said, Zep, just start praying for everybody else. Don't worry about you. Pray for everybody else. And let me tell y'all something, y'all. I have been up every morning, 4:30, praying over your requests. The ones that you type in the comments, the ones that you email to me, I've been praying over your requests. And listen, as I have shifted my focus off of me to y'all, man, some amazing things have been happening in my life. Like just amazing things have been happening. I'm telling y'all, it is a powerful thing when you pray for the needs of somebody else. And so I want to challenge all of you to put in the comments right now your prayer requests. I don't care what they are. I want you to type them now. If it is something that is too personable, I want you to email your prayer request to info@rehabcc.org. That's info@rehabcc.org. I want you to email your prayer request, subject line prayer request, and that email will come to me and I'll pray over your prayer request. But I want you to type in your comments now. Mother Brenda, Mother Joyce, I want you to know I was bragging on both of y'all on Friday night on a call. Just so thankful for your faithfulness. Mother Doris, our older saints who have been faithful in this virtual format, not only just in your presence, but you've been faithful at givers. You've been encouraging people to be faithful. I just want y'all to know, as our older members, some of our older members, I'm so grateful for your faithfulness. And it has not gone without notice. And Pastor really honors y'all and really appreciates y'all in a tremendous way. All right. I'm praying for y'all. Come on. Put in your prayer requests in the comments right now. Brother Uzo, I owe you an email, man. We got to connect real soon. We got a link so we can get this coaching going. So I have not forgotten you, man. And I'm so grateful for you tuning in, Sister Amarachi's little brother, for tuning in and really finding Rehab as a home ever since you have. Listen, come on, type in your prayer request. Whatever your prayer request is, I want you to put it in. I want you to pray it in. Thank you so much, Brother Philip. Yep, definitely praying for you, man. Appreciate your support. Come on, y'all. I ain't going to start reading requests because then y'all going to be like, Pastor, you read mine. Let me stop. Come on, type in your prayer request. You got a prayer request? I want you to type it in the comments. I'm giving you 60 seconds. 60 seconds right now. Put in your prayer request right now. Whatever your prayer request is, I want you to know I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your family. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for praying for my family. Thank you for praying for everything concerning me. Pastor really appreciates your prayers. I really mean that. Come on, y'all. Type in your prayer request. Oh, look at these families that are coming up. The Harold and Atkinson family. Some of you are praying for your workplace. I see some workplace things coming in. A Wendover OBGYN. Yeah, good. Put in your workplace if you want to do that. That's awesome. I'm praying for these. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's start a prayer chain really quickly. Type in your prayer request really fast. I need you to type it in right now. Type it in. I'm praying that God sends rest to some of you. Some of you need a vacation. Some of you need a break. And I'm speaking into your life what God has blessed into my life, that he has sent a storm of opportunities to go on vacation. And I'm speaking that over your life, that you will get some rest this summer, that you'll be able to take some trips, that you'll be able to go some nice places, that you'll get approval, yes, for that home, that you'll get approval for that car, that you'll be able to fly out, and not only fly out safely, put your mask on, but you'll be able to fly first class. I'm praying for y'all. Come on, y'all. There they go. Here they come. Now the requests are rolling, and this is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is one of my most favorite parts of the broadcast, to be honest with you. I enjoy praying for you because I tapped into something that as you pray for God's people, God always does something for you. Yes, Sister Sandy, peace of mind, clarity. I'm praying for all of those things. Some of you are still dealing with death right now, death of loved ones. I'm certainly praying for Sister Michelle, still not sure if she's tuned in or not. I know her father's service was this weekend, and I really wanted to be there. She actually wanted me to come. I wanted to be there. Had brothers' graduation, daddy-daughter dance, family things that I just couldn't miss, and was just so grateful for her understanding that, but really wished I could have been in Texas and been with her. Y'all continue to pray for her. Listen, but all of you that are dealing with death, that are dealing with the loss of loved ones, I want you to know I'm praying for you. I am sincerely praying for you. I want you to hold on to God in this season like you never had before, and he's going to bring you through it. All right, come on, y'all, let's pray. Clasp your hands like this as a sign, a symbol of faith. I want you to clasp your hands right now as a sign, a symbol of faith. We're getting ready to touch and agree right now as if we are holding hands. All right, let's do it. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you for this word. Thank you for this time of sharing you've given us. Thank you for this golden opportunity you've given us to share your word. I pray, God, that this week, that everybody tune in, everybody watching the replay would remember the power of positivity, that we would not allow negativity to creep into our minds, creep into our thoughts, our perspectives, but that we will take our thoughts by the horn and make a conscious choice, a conscious decision to be positive in everything we say and do, to be positive in our decisions, to be positive in our thoughts, to be positive in our actions, to be positive in our perspectives, recognizing that this positivity is what it takes for us to live a whole and successful and abundant life. I speak positivity over the lives of everybody tuned in, everybody watching the replay right now, that they would be able, that you would be able to look beyond where you are, look beyond where life has you, and be able to see beyond that into the future, into the plans that God has for your future. Right now, God, for every prayer request that has come across this line, every prayer request that has been typed, every prayer request that has been emailed, every prayer request that is so strong that your people don't even have the strength to type them in. I speak now to every request for your people, and I ask, God, that you would answer the prayers of your people, that you would make ways, that you would open doors, that you would meet needs as only you can. Answer the prayers of your people. Somebody, God's dealing with strength to be able to deal with their daily battles. Somebody, God, is struggling with the strength to deal with their daily battles. Somebody's struggling, God, with having a positive mindset in the middle of everything that they're going through. Somebody, God, is struggling with overthinking. They're taking everything too personal. They're taking everything too deep. They're looking too deeply into everything and not embracing where you have them. God, I pray, God, for regardless of the prayer request or need today, that you would answer the prayers of your people and that you would do it right away. Let this week, God, be a week filled with manifested promises, manifested expectations, that God, you would literally open up the windows of heaven, that you would pour out blessings into the lives of your people like only you can. God, we thank you for these things, and we count all of these things done in Jesus' name. Amen. Listen, I want you to type in the comments right now. It is so. It is so. Come on, put it in the comments right now. It is so. It is so. Every single time you say amen, you are simply saying it is so. I want you to type it in the comments right now. It is so. It is so. It is so. God's answering your prayers. God's making ways. God's meeting needs. I'm here to tell you, every request you type, God's going to answer it. Every request that you put in the comments, he's going to answer it. Every request that you email, he's going to come through for you. All you got to do is just believe it. It is so. Come on, say it with enthusiasm. Thank you, Lori. Good. Say it with enthusiasm. It is so. It is so. It is so. It is so. God's answering my prayers. God's moving right now. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't even see the signs that he's doing it. I just have enough faith to know that he is doing it. It is so. It is so. It is so. It is so. Very good. It is so. Listen, while you're typing that, if anybody wants to be saved, if anybody wants to dedicate their life to Christ, if anybody wants to commit their life to Christ today is a great day to do it. Romans 10:9 tells us that if we confess with our mouths, believe with our hearts that Jesus Christ is who he is and has done what he's done for us, gives us the formula for it, we are saved. Listen, all we got to do is just choose God and then stay with him. And if we make that decision to do that, I'm here to tell you, God is going to continue to make ways in our lives. He's going to continue to open doors in our lives. He's going to continue to meet needs in our lives. But it starts with salvation. And there is no better time, frankly, than right now to be saved. There is no better time than right now to give your life to Christ. Listen, if you want to be saved, if you want to dedicate your life to Christ, right now, I want you to stop what you're doing. If you're driving, pull over. If you're laying down, I want you to sit up. If you're eating, put the bacon down. Whatever stage you're in, if you want to rededicate your life to Christ, I want you to repeat this prayer of faith with me. This prayer is especially for you. I want you to repeat this prayer of faith with me. And God wants to save you. God wants to rededicate your life to him this morning, right on this broadcast. And I'm so excited about it. All right. I want you to repeat this with me. Say this with me. I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect. I have some flaws. I have some failures. I've even made some mistakes. But I do believe that Jesus Christ was born of a virgin, lived on this earth just like I'm living. He suffered, bled, and died on the cross. Yet 3 days later, rose again for my sins. Because he lives, I can live, and I am saved. Listen, friends, if you prayed that prayer of faith, if you repeated that prayer of faith, maybe you prayed it before and you repeated that prayer of faith again because you wanted to recommit your life to Christ, I want to welcome you and re-welcome you to the royal family of Jesus Christ. Here's the beautiful thing about God. Even if you left him, he never left you. Did y'all hear what I said? That's enough to make you shout. Even if you've left him, he never left you. And so I want to welcome you to the royal family of Jesus Christ. I want to welcome you back to the royal family of Jesus Christ. And I want to thank you for making what is one of the most powerful decisions you will ever make in your life. And that is dedicating your life to Christ. Now, find you a church home somewhere, will you? Find you a place, regardless of where you live. I know outside is starting to open up. There are some church buildings that are starting to open up. Find you a church home somewhere that is near you, that is a Bible teaching, Bible preaching, Bible believing church. Join that ministry. Dedicate your time, talent, and treasure to that ministry and be a part of that ministry and continue to grow. Doesn't matter where you live. I don't care where you live. If you want to make Rehab a part of your life, if you want to be a member of our church, I would love to welcome you, even if virtually. Many members I have never even met that have joined through this virtual format. And we are proud to bring this virtual format to you. And I can't wait to meet you one day. If you want to be a part of this ministry, I would love to be your pastor. We're not the largest church. We're not the loudest church. We don't have the most viewers. We don't have the most followers. But I'm here to tell you, we are the nicest church on the planet. And I can guarantee you, you'll always get a word that will grow you, that will challenge you, and that will be relatable, that you can apply to your life that makes sense. Doesn't make sense to shout off a word you don't understand. Doesn't make sense to hear a word that you cannot relate to, that you don't understand. And so I can promise you, we'll not only be the nicest church in the world, but you will always get a powerful word, a powerful message that is relatable, that you can apply to your life so you can be everything you've been called to be and more. If you want to be a part of our church, I want you to just simply type in the comments, membership. If you will do that, type in the comments, membership, and one of our moderators will reach out to you and get some information from you, and we will be happy to allow you, to welcome you rather, to our church and to our ministry. And again, not a big ministry, but certainly just proud of what God is doing through our church. That is the Rehab Christian Center, which is the nicest church on the entire planet. And I'm proud to be the pastor of it. All right. Listen, y'all, can I challenge you to give today? I know this message blessed you. If it blessed you the same way it blessed me, I want to challenge you to give today. I want to challenge you. I want to thank all of you for being a blessing to us as we remain in this virtual environment. And we will remain in this virtual environment for a little while longer. We will remain in this environment. We are working on some things, but we will remain in this environment for a little while longer. But I want to thank all of you for being such a blessing. Those of you that are being such a blessing to us financially, I want to thank you for that. It has been your support that has allowed us to continue to pay bills while we are in this format. Unfortunately, while we've been in COVID, the bills have not stopped. Rent has not stopped. Those things have not stopped in our facility. And so I'm just grateful for those of you that have continued to give and have continued to tithe and continue to give. Offering special seeds. I want to challenge you to continue to do that. Listen, there are three ways you can give. You can give via CashAPP, $REHABCCGIVE. That's $REHABCCGIVE. You can give through our website, www.rehabcc.org. That's www.rehabcc.org. Or you can give through your cell phone. Text REHABWORKS to 88202. Text REHABWORKS to 88202. And right to your cell phone, you'll see a prompt. Click on it. And it'll open up and you can give right from your cell phone as well. But again, three ways you can give. I want to challenge you to give. I believe in tithing. I believe in giving. I believe in not only sowing and offering, but also giving a tithe. It is so important that you return back to God a portion of what he's blessed you to be able to give. And the good news is every time you give to Rehab, you're giving to a place that has a known reputation for pouring into the community, having fed over 20,000 people, and now even really thinking about some outreach things as we return back to the building and innovative ways that we can give to those around us. I'm really excited about the future and how we're going to be able to bless those around us. But I want to challenge you to give today. And I want you to know that your giving is very instrumental in us being what we call the city's church. And so again, you can give one of three ways: via CashAPP, $REHABCCGIVE. That's $REHABCCGIVE. You can give through our website by visiting www.rehabcc.org. That's www.rehabcc.org, and just simply choose online giving. Or you can text REHABWORKS. Text REHABWORKS to 88202. Text REHABWORKS to 88202. And right from your cell phone, you can give there. And I promise you, God will give back to you. How? Good measure, pressed down, shaking together, running over. He will send people into your life to be a blessing to you. I'm a living bona fide witness because of how you bless other people, because of how you give. So give today, tithe today, sow a special seed today, and watch God bless you. Listen, y'all, I love y'all like a fat man love Baskin Robbins. I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. I want you to have a fantastic week this week, a week filled with victories, a week filled with open doors and made ways. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, like this video right now. If you're watching it live, if you're watching the replay, I need you to stop what you're doing, like this video right now. I need you to subscribe to our channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Do it now. And then I need you to share this video. Tag 5 people right now and share this video and tell them to tune in for a very powerful word on positivity. I really hope it blessed you the way it blessed me, the way God gave it to me. I hope it blessed you in a tremendous way. But do me a favor. I want you to share this video, and then I need you to make plans to see us Tuesday. All right. I want to see us Tuesday. I want to see you Tuesday. We'll continue our series, You're Not Weird, You're Called. It's been powerful. I've really been speaking into the lives of creatives and innovators and people who have callings on their lives. And Tuesday is going to be powerful. We're so excited. I think we're on part 4, I believe. It's either part 4 or part 5 on Tuesday. And I cannot wait to share with you. So make plans to meet us on Tuesday, 7:08 p.m. sharp, right here for Life Study. And I promise you, the word is going to bless you in a tremendous way. And y'all do me a favor, invite somebody to tune in and share along with you as well. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I've run way over. I did not intend to be this long. But when it gets good, it just gets great. And I'm excited to be here. Listen, I love y'all. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. I want you to have a phenomenal week this week. And I can't wait to see you on Tuesday. All right. Have a blessed week. Peace and blessings.
Thank you for watching the Rehab Christian Center live experience. If this broadcast has been a blessing to you and you would like to be a blessing to our leader, Dr. Zeb Talley III, you can sow a seed into his ministry by CashAPP at $Pastor ZT3. It is our prayer that this message of hope encouraged, enlightened, and empowered you to be better. Please tune in Tuesday at 7:08 p.m. for our life study experience. And as always, be blessed and have a wonderful week.